Hey there guys, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. This is Chetan here from DevilCube and welcome back to a brand new Photoshop tutorial. Now, I'm making this Photoshop tutorial because of the reason that I've been uploading Cinema 4D tutorials since I started this channel, and I've uploaded a bunch of Cinema 4D tutorials and After Effects along with it for post-production purposes. And you guys would have had a pretty good hand at Cinema 4D right now if you guys have followed all my tutorials. And I thought it's time to jump into a new software. I mean, I've been using Photoshop for a very long time, but I wanted to show you guys as designers and as artists, as graphic artists, Photoshop is also an important software that you must know. Now, this is an extremely beginner tutorial. I'm going to increase the difficulty as I move forward. Just a few days back, I uploaded a Photoshop tutorial on creating a sci-fi glowy text. And today we're going to be learning to create a banner. So now this banner was actually something which I found on Twitter. One of the people I follow, they uploaded it. It's an extremely simple banner. It's a 2D clean style banner, and I'm going to show you the basics on the tools of Cinema 4D and how to create a very simplistic banner. So let me just show you what we're going to be creating, and then we can start off. So this is what we're going to be creating here in Photoshop. It's an extremely simple banner. It's not at all complicated at all, and I'm going to keep this open as a reference so that we can go ahead and use the color combinations as well. So now let's create a new document. So let's go to File and click on New, and that's going to open up a new document over here. And now this is where you set your resolution. Now the resolutions will depend on what platform you're going to upload this upload this banner on. Now you can use it on your Facebook, you can use it on your Twitter, you can use it on your YouTube channel, you can use it anywhere, and even a profile picture. Now if you're making logos, I would suggest using 1000 by 1000. If you're making Twitter, which I am going to be making, is going to be 1500 by 500. That is the dimensions for Twitter. For Facebook, let's check it out. Let's go to Chrome and just type in Facebook. What do you say? Cover page photo size. And you can see here it says 851 by 305 pixels, so that's what you want. Now when you're going for YouTube, it's going to be a little complicated, so I want you guys to go here and click on videos over here. Images and dimensions, size. Yeah, so I want you to go and download this picture, guys. So now this is extremely useful. So once you have downloaded this, it says that let's open this up right over here so we can have a better look at it. So here, as you can see, it says the TV is 2560 by 1440. This is the complete area that will be shown on your TV. And on your tablet, it comes only from here to here, and then from here to here is in your desktop, and from here to here is your mobile devices. So I suggest using 1546 and 423 to create it, since it would match up with your tablet and your mobile, and I don't think anybody's going to watch it on TV, so that's completely okay. So let's jump into Photoshop here, guys. So I'm going to be making it for Twitter, so I'm just going to name it. So set the width and height to 1500 by 500, and I'm going to click OK. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fit this canvas right into the screen so that it is completely zoomed in. So you want to press Ctrl-0 on your keyboard, and that's going to zoom it in for you guys. So now I'm just going to go back and forth, and I'm going to go ahead and actually I'm going to take this layer and I'm going to bring it up right over here, and now we can go ahead and I'm going to press Ctrl-T on the keyboard, and I'm just going to scale it up. So now we can we can drag the colors and start making use the colors and start making the stuff. So I'm just going to hide this layer over here. So the layer is basically where you put your stuff on. Now the background, as you can see here, is locked. So if you want to uncheck that, you just want to double click and click OK, and that's going to uncheck that. So the first thing you want to do is, as you can see over here, it's all symmetrical. So it's basically a reverse. So it's light blue over here, and then it basically the whole color resets. Now to get uniformity, we want to add rulers. So I'm going to press Ctrl-R on the keyboard, and that's going to pop out my rulers. And I'm just going to click over here and move forward. And as you can see, I have a ruler over here. Now, if I move it slowly, you can see that it snaps right into the center. Now, it snaps right into the center. Now, if that is not happening, you want to go to you want to go to View, and you want to choose Snap. So what that does is that's going to snap the rulers right to the center. Now, once that is done, we can go ahead and start coloring up this thing. So I'm going to go create a bunch of rulers over here so that I can have a good look oops, I'm sorry. Let's select this layer, and I'm going to put it right over here, and I'm going to press Ctrl T to scale it, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to scale it till it fits my document. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put in a bunch of rulers matching these edges. So right over there, so oops, sorry about that. We want to go ahead and drag in a bunch of rulers over here so that we get a really good difference when you're setting up the colors and the boxes. So let's just go ahead. Okay, so we have this much is, I think one more is done. Yep. And that is extremely good, guys. So now, as you can see here, we have our ruler set up. So I'm just going to go and move this picture, and now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we want to press Ctrl R to hide the rulers away, and we want to go and select this tool over here, which is the rectangular marquee tool. And what that is going to do is that's going to go ahead and help us to create a box. So as you can see here, if I move, it exactly snaps onto the grid, and that is exactly what we want. So you want to draw a selection around here, and you want to go ahead and create a new layer, and I'm going to go call this 1. So that's going to be the leftmost one. And what I'm going to do now is to fill it is I'm going to click on this tool over here, which is the paint bucket tool. The shortcut is G, and then I'm going to go and click. But as you can see here, it turns black, but I don't want black. I want a different color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here on this colors panel. So this is going to be my foreground color, and the white is going to be my background color, and I'm going to double click on that, and I'm going to go ahead and just click here, and that's going to copy this color data, and I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to press G on the keyboard again, and I'm going to click it, and that's going to give me this color. Now the same process, so let's go create a new layer. We can go ahead and create a new layer, and we can go ahead and draw a mask around this again, so that snaps right onto the rulers. And we're going to go ahead and just pick up this color, and we're going to click on OK, and we're going to press G on the keyboard, and we're going to put that color there on. Now if I press Ctrl H, you can see it hides the rulers. Ctrl H is to show and hide the rulers, and as you can see, we have this great amazing color differentiation. So let's put the grids back on so we can go ahead and color the rest. Now I'm just going to go ahead and create a new layer. I'm going to name this 2. So double click on the layer and click on 2, double click and rename this to 3. And I'm going to go ahead, click on this click on this color swatch. My eyedropper pops up immediately. I'm just going to click on this color. I'm going to click on OK. Let's go and let's go and click on this rectangular marquee tool. Let's go and drag another box, and we're going to go and press G on the keyboard, and we're just going to put in that color. Now we're going to do go ahead and do this real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and name this 4. We're going to go here and change the color to this, and we'll click on OK, paint bucket tool, and we want to go and create a selection, and we're going to press G, and boom, there we go. Let's go create a new layer, and you want to press Ctrl D in case you don't want to see those broken lines. So let's go ahead and put this to 5. Let's go get our new color, which is going to be this one. Let's click on OK, and we're going to go drag a rectangular marquee tool over here, and on the new layer we're going to press G, get the paint bucket tool, and we're going to drop that on. Fantastic, guys, we're almost there. Let's go ahead and create a new layer. We're going to name this 6. Oops, we're going to name this 6, and we're going to go ahead, check the paint bucket tool, click on the eyedropper, grab a new color, and click on OK. Get the marquee tool. We want to grab a new marquee and press G, and boom, there we go. We're getting it. Now if I press Ctrl H, you can see we have this nice differentiation, and it's looking great. Let's continue. We have 2 more colors, 3 more actually, 2, 3, I don't know. Let's just do it. Let's grab a new layer. We're gonna go and name the 7. So I'm sorry, you want to create a new layer, you want to go ahead and click on this button right over here which says create new layer, and that's going to create a new layer. So I'm on the 7th layer over here, and I'm going to go and just get my colors changed. I'm going to click on this one, click on OK, grab a new marquee tool, drag over there, press G, and fill it up. And then we want to go and create a new layer again, and then we're going to click on number 8, and we're going to go and select this color over here, and Ctrl D to get rid of the selection. We're going to go and drag and press G, and we're going to click on that, and that's going to fill it up for us. And we have left with just 2 blacks. So let's just fill it up real quick. Let's create 2 new layers. Let's just name this 9. Let's name this 10. Let's name this 10, and I'm going to click on the 9th layer over here. Click on this, get this color, and we're going to go ahead and press Ctrl D, deselect, draw a marquee over here, and on the 9th layer you want to press G, and you're going to just click over there, and okay, we have got the what's up. Okay, yeah, sorry, that was my bad. Okay, and now we want to go ahead and do the same over here. Grab our color, grab this color, click on OK, and we're going to go ahead, drag a marquee tool, and we are going to go ahead and fill it up with this color. And let's press Ctrl D, and let's press Ctrl H, and let's just go ahead and hide the space layer. And awesome, there we go, guys. This is fantastic. This is amazing. So now if you can see here, there's a little bit of difference over here, a little bit of jaggedness. So what you want to do is you want to select all of these layers. You want to press Ctrl T, which is going to bring the transform tool. And I'm just going to go ahead and just move this slightly up, move this slightly down, and then move this slightly to the side. And that should do the trick. Now we're going to press Ctrl G on the keyboard, which is going to group them into a group. So if I click on this button, which is the hide button, that's going to hide everything. And I'm just going to press Ctrl J on the keyboard, which is going to duplicate it. I'm going to press Ctrl T. I'm going to go right click, and I'm going to choose flip horizontal, and I'm going to click on enter, and I'm just going to hold down shift and the right arrow key, which is going to move the entire thing right over here. And I'm just going to align it right over there. And that's it, guys. This is beautiful and fantastic. It looks amazing. We already created a basic wallpaper. Now let's open up our reference image over here. As you can see over here, whoops, I think I put it inside, so we just want to drag that out and put it out. Okay, there we go. And that is looking amazing, guys. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to create up this square logo shape. So what you want to do is I'm just going to go click on the marquee tool, and I'm just going to go and get my dimensions set right over here. Now if you want a perfect square, what you can do is you want to click over here, and you want to go and choose fixed ratio or fixed size, and I'm going to go with 65 by 65, which is, let's see, basically, okay, so if you just click, it's going to click 65. So probably I'm going to go ahead and set this to 200. Oops, 200 by 200, and let's just click again, and that's going to create us a bigger box. I think we need something like let's see, we want 300 by 300. Will that do? Okay, 300 by 300 is too big, so let's go with 250, and I think that should do the trick. So 250 by 250, and let's just click, and that's also pretty too big. Let's try 230 by 230, and let's just click over here, and yeah, that is perfect. So if I go ahead and I can actually move this box, and if you see, it places perfectly right over there. So I'm just going to hide this layer, and I'm actually going to go and copy the color code. So I'm just going to go and select this color right over there, click on OK, and we are going to go and hide this, and we're going to go create a new layer, and we're going to go and fill this layer up with the color we just selected. Beautiful. Now if you want to center it, the best way is you want to select the layer, press Ctrl A, and that's going to select the whole document over here. And if you see here on the top, make sure you're in the move selection, and the shortcut is V. You can go ahead and click on align vertical centers and align horizontal centers, and that's going to horizontally and vertically align this up. I'm going to press Ctrl D to deselect everything, and we can just go ahead, and I'm going to go drop in my logo over here. I'm going to press Ctrl T, and I'm just going to go ahead and scale this down pretty quick, and we have something that looks like this. Now we want to add a little bit of reflection, enhance it a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go duplicate this layer which you just created. So this layer is going to be our box, and this is going to be our reflection underscore box. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hide my layer for now. I'm going to go ahead and select this to complete black, and I'm going to go fill this with black. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and set the opacity to 10%. Now if I hide it, you can see the color difference, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and choose a elliptical marquee tool. I'm just going to go ahead and hold down, I'm just going to click, I'm going to hold down shift, and I'm going to click on alt, and that's going to create it uniformly from the center. I'm just going to create a big circle. Oops, let me do that once again. Hold shift alt and click, and we're going to get a pretty big circle. And then I'm going to click on this move tool, and I'm just going to go ahead. Oops, I'm just going to go ahead. Whoa, I want to drag. Yeah, I'm going to drag it, and whoops, okay, something is wrong. Let's deselect. Let's do that once again. I'm going to go ahead, and you're going to do it right over here. So something like this, hold down Shift Alt. Okay, that's not going to happen. So let's click here from the corner, hold down Shift and Alt, and let's just drag it right over there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press delete, and then what that's going to do is that's going to delete the area that is selected by the circle. And the only reason it is deleting only this box is because I have selected the layer. And if I go ahead and select this group and delete it, it's going to delete everything here on this group layer. So I have selected only the reflection box, and I just press delete. Let me just press Ctrl D, and that's going to deselect, and then we can reduce this down to 7% or something like that. And then we can go ahead and put on this layer. And what we can actually do is we can go ahead and put the reflection on the top. So we now have the reflection on the logo as well. But since my logo is black in color, it's not going to make any difference to us. So let's just open up this one which we have, which is the reference, and let's see if and we can go ahead and make any changes. And the only thing we need to do is just put in our text over here. So let me just show you how to put that, and we can go ahead and wrap up this video, guys. So I'm just going to go and actually click on my text. I'm going to right click, and I'm actually going to double click, and that's going to open something called as the layer styles blending options. And what this blending option allows us to do is add a various amount of effects like bevel and emboss, stroke, inner shadow. Maybe I'm going to go ahead and explain all this in a future video, but for now I'm going to go click on color overlay. So what color overlay does, it adds a single color to the entire layer that you have selected. So as you can see, my whole layer got selected, and I'm just going to go and I'm going to go make this not a complete black but a little bit grayish color, and I'm going to click on OK. Now let me just press Ctrl and plus. That's going to zoom in right into the center over here, guys. And now this looks fantastic. It looks amazing and phenomenal. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go grab my text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here on the text tool, or I'm going to press T. And if you hold down on this arrow that you can see over here, it's going to drop in a lot of options, and I'm going to just go ahead and choose vertical type. Now you can go ahead and you just want to click and you want to type in your text. So I'm going to type in devil cube, and that's going to give me my text, and that is fantastic. But now to change the fonts, what you're going to do is you want to click here on this character panel. Now if you don't have it, you want to go to window and you want to click on character over here, and that's going to bring up the character, and you can use a bunch of fonts. So I'm just going to use let's say I'm going to try Mission Gothic. That's one of my favorite fonts, and we just want to go and make sure that it is not italics, it is bold. I want it to be straight, and let's try something regular. Okay, that should do. And we're gonna just go ahead and place it right over here. I mean, it looks pretty bad right now. Let's see what colors it was used. So we had a gray and a white, so let's do that. So let's go ahead and so you want to double click on this T over here, as you can see over here, and that's going to select the whole text. And we can go ahead and shrink this down pretty small, and we can actually go ahead and press enter. And what that's going to do is that's going to put it on the next line. Now as you can see, everything is merged, so I'm going to select everything, and I'm going to come here and I'm just going to increase this, actually not that, we're going to increase this, yeah, so this spacing over here, and there we go. But as you can see, it has been it's actually negative, so I am not able to reduce that. So maybe we can just, so that's what we can do is we can go ahead and we can just go and name this devil, and let's go ahead and make a copy by pressing Ctrl J, and I'm going to name this cube. And we can go ahead and select these two, press Ctrl T, oops, I'm sorry, press Ctrl T, and we can go ahead and hold Shift and Alt, and that's going to scale it uniformly, pretty much something like that. And then we can go select devil, and we can just hold down Shift and the arrow keys, and we can move it up right to the side over here. And then we can go ahead and change the color. So you just want to double click on that. You want to come here and we can change this to a similar color as such, and you're going to select the cube, and we are going to go ahead and select this to white, maybe not white, maybe a little bit of grayness, and pretty cool, but I don't like it like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to delete these two. I'm going to go ahead and select the text tool, make it horizontal. I'm just going to click over here. I'm going to type in my text over here, double cube, and maybe go ahead and increase the size of this pretty much that it covers this entire space over here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reduce this actually pretty much, make sure it is as big, and double click. you can go ahead and select this text, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the color and choose this color right over here, and I'm going to select cube over here, and I'm going to go make this white, and not a complete white, to a little bit of grayish tint. And let's press Ctrl O to zoom back, and there we go, guys. Our fantastic, simple, minimalistic banner is ready for upload, and I'm just going to show you how to save it, and you guys can go ahead and save it. Now you want to go to File and choose Save As. Now there are a bunch of options over here. Now if you want to save it as a PSD format for further editing, it already sets the default format to PSD or PDD. Now you can go ahead and change it to JPEG. You can go ahead and change it to a PNG. You can go ahead and change it to BMP or any form. So I'm just gonna go set it to JPEG and just, oops, sorry about that. And we can go ahead and just go ahead and choose whatever name you want and click on save. And that is the end of this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys learned something new. If you guys want further tutorials, do feel free to mention that in the comment section down below, and I will be uploading more videos. So thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will see you guys in my next video.